Numbers. God leads us through the wilderness. The book of Numbers continues the story of Israel after they leave Mount Sinai. The name comes from the two censuses, or numberings of the people, at the beginning and near the end of the book. But Numbers is more than statistics. It's the story of God's people on a journey, learning to trust Him in the wilderness. God's order and guidance. At the start of Numbers, God organizes His people for the journey. The tribes are arranged around the tabernacle, with His presence at the very center. The Lord is teaching them, "I am not far away, I am in your midst." He leads them with a cloud by day and fire by night, reminding them that every step of their journey is under His direction. They are never alone. God's promises tested. But as the journey unfolds, we see Israel struggle with trust. They complain about food and water, doubt God's goodness, and even long to return to Egypt. When the spies are sent into the promised land, most bring back fear instead of faith. The people rebel, and as a result, that generation is told they will wander in the wilderness for 40 years. It's a sobering reminder. Unbelief and disobedience can keep us from fully experiencing God as promises. Yet even in judgment, God remains faithful. He does not abandon His people. God's mercy and faithfulness. Throughout the wilderness years, God continues to provide. He sends manna from heaven and water from the rock. He raises up leaders like Joshua and Caleb who encourage faith instead of fear. He protects Israel from enemies, even turning Balaam's curses into blessings. At the end of the book, a new generation is standing at the edge of the promised land, ready to enter. The message is clear. Though their parents failed, God's promises still stand. He is faithful from generation to generation. What this means for us today. Numbers may be a wilderness story, but it speaks powerfully to our everyday lives. Just like Israel, we often face seasons of waiting, testing, or uncertainty. The wilderness can feel long, but God's presence is still with us, guiding us step by step. When we're tempted to complain or doubt, Numbers reminds us to trust God's promises more than our fears. Even when we stumble, God remains faithful. He provides, He protects, and He prepares us for the future He has promised. The wilderness isn't wasted. It's where God shapes our faith, teaches us dependence, and proves His presence. The book of Numbers teaches us this truth. God leads, provides, and remains faithful even in the wilderness. Whatever season you are walking through today, know this: God has not left you. His promises are still true, and He is guiding you toward His perfect plan.